So special for Aaron Rodgers, his pal from his favorite TV show, The Office, and Bret Michaels, who has a long history with Green Bay. And after all, history is everything here at famed Lambeau Field. Freezing cold, just like the atmosphere. And Packers fans know that Aaron Rodgers loves this home field advantage. Now, Baker Mayfield has only played here once. Last December, didn't go so well. Tonight, Rams fans hoping he can carry some of the magic from last week's miraculous finish into the game tonight. And how about his instant connection with LA supporting cast? For more on that, we say hi to Joe and Troy.
Hey, Susie, I know you're cold down there. It's cold up here, but that's the way it's supposed to be. It's December at Lambeau Field. We can't wait to kick this one off. And you're right. I mean, it was an instant connection for Baker Mayfield with some of these young guys, but that was going on even for some of these young receivers before Baker got to town. So you have Cooper Kupp on IR, you have Allen Robinson on IR for the Rams, and that means opportunity for young guys. And man, they have taken advantage of their chances.
They have, and there's been some good things when you watch what's happened here over the last month of the season. One of those is Ben Skoranek. Many teams were looking at him as being a tight end when he was coming out of Notre Dame last year. Maybe should have put him at fullback when he's making blocks like that. You're going to see an edge block here where he takes J.J. Watt and depletes him. And then, of course, what he's able to do, catching the football as well. Van Jefferson, he's been doing this for a couple of years now. One of my favorite players in terms of running routes. You don't see that very often where he just totally makes a guy fall down. But the guy who has really emerged here over the last several weeks has been Tutu Atwell, coming off a big game against the Raiders. But he looks like an entirely different player from the one we saw earlier in the season. Last year, he couldn't even get on the field. And right now, he's playing with a lot of confidence, and he's the player they thought they were getting when they drafted him last year.
I think looking like an entirely different player also applies to Christian Watson. We all know about the slow start to the season, but what he's done here over the last month himself, he looks like an entirely different player as well.
Yeah, well, he's injected some life into this Packers offense, and they started out and they struggled, and he struggled right there along with them. But here in this game, Week 10 against the Dallas Cowboys, this was his coming out party, and that is what he does best. When he's able to run the go routes, the deep post, he's got 4.3 speed, and he gets up on defensive backs in a hurry. He had 3 touchdowns in this game, and so his confidence right now is soaring, and he's given not only the Green Bay Packers, but he's given Aaron Rodgers a lot to be optimistic about as they finish out this season and then what next year might bring.
Yeah, well, this is, as you know, Susie, the first of 4 must-win games for the Green Bay Packers. They got to win out. Aaron Rodgers believes they can. We'll see if they can get the job done here tonight. Back to you.
Hey, Joe, I'm not cold, you're cold. And we are looking forward to seeing Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs on the field together tonight. We haven't really gotten to see much of that. Lots to look forward to tonight. But Adam, let's revisit the top story of the day, Jalen Hurts.
The Eagles starting quarterback, the MVP candidate, Jalen Hurts, has a sprained shoulder that he suffered late in the third quarter against the Chicago Bears on this running play where he goes down and is buried into the turf. Now, he stayed in the game and finished it out and played pretty well, too. But now he is uncertain whether he can play this week against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think it's important to point out here that the Eagles have to win one of their remaining 3 games to clinch home field advantage. So it's not as if they feel this great urgency to have to play Jalen Hurts. So my guess is he doesn't play, and we see Gardner Minshew on Saturday against the Dallas Cowboys, and again the Cowboys have to kind of get back on track with.
Yeah, but we're thinking Eagles still probably in pretty good shape. All right, for more on the impact, though, with Jalen Hurts, let's send it over to the guys in the QB corner. Take it away.
Thanks, Susie. I love the QB corner because we get to go huddle amongst ourselves. We get to talk about all the secrets. We're talking about the MVP race for, I don't know, maybe a month now. It does look like it's down to a 2-man race. If Jalen is hurt, is there some kind of momentum that the Eagles are going to miss going forward?
I don't think so. I mean, we don't know the severity of his injury, so there's a bit of speculation here. But the truth is, they got to do what they can to get him healthy, right? We don't know the injury. They've afforded themselves a bit of a cushion in the NFC, right, being the #1 seed. And bottom line is, he is the engine that's making this offense go, right? He's at the center of it. And they've got to do whatever they can. They potentially have a month to get him healthy and back up to full speed before then. Now, if he's ready to go this week, then obviously we're all in tune for a great show on Saturday. But we'll only find out obviously as the week goes on.
And to your point, Alex, it's about getting him healthy. I've had this injury, played for a whole season with it, and it's really just about getting comfortable. He's going to get hit. It's going to hurt. It's about how bad is the AC sprain. But him, if he misses extended time, he's top 10 in yards, touchdowns, and QBR right now. That's a massive loss for the Eagles and could derail them.
No doubt.
Number one in the MVP race as of today.
Number one.
All right, so anytime you want
One egg.
you want to mess with your throwing shoulder, you don't want to. You want to take your time.
Yes.
All right, speaking of MVP, Patrick Mahomes. I saw him after the game. He was talking about, well, you think the MVP? He goes, I don't really care about the MVP. I want Super Bowls. This guy is really on a roll.
He is, and he's on the bigger stuff. And this Sunday, he put on a show. It was absolutely ridiculous. He took a lot of criticism last week. He threw 3 interceptions. What does he do this week? Oh, he sets an NFL record for completion. Is that all? And this is what he does. 3rd and 6. The Texans have a great defense called and run. They flush him out of the pocket. They cover down well, and the receivers here. What's Patrick do? Oh, sees this guy Travis all the way across the field, and then just the audacity and talent to pull that play off. There's only so many people in the world that can do that. Here we are, 3rd and goal. Look at that hand cannon here to MVS and the great catch on the sideline. But again, a goal-to-go situation to throw that not many people in the world can make. And again, the Texans playing great defense, great zone defense here in the goal line. Taking away his first read. Look at him clutch. He avoids pressure. This time sees the green grass out in front of him and goes and finishes the play himself. And this is just kind of the improvisation and creativity that Patrick brings to the table. I mean, the Chiefs are the #1 offense in the NFL by a mile.
Yep.
How much
And
fun
he's the reason.
How much fun
This
is
guy.
How much fun is Andy Reid having right now?
I mean, he's like, and he's always having fun. But when that's when you're playing with every single play, come on. I mean, this guy's unreal what he's doing week in and week out. And I agree, he's right there with Jalen in the conversation of the best player in the NFL.
How do you
right
say Patrick Mahomes is not the MVP? Jalen Hurts not the MVP. 2 guys really making a difference. If Joe Burrow would have started a little faster this year, he might be in the talk. But what an amazing! He's pulling a Mahomes.
Yeah, he
Let me
did.
give you 17 points. Relax, take your time. I got you covered.
But you talk about Joe Burrow, with him, it doesn't matter if they're down, they're never out. When he smells blood in the water, he is ruthless in the way they attack, and that's exactly what they did in the second half. They played complementary football. First, it started with Tom Brady throwing an interception here to Trey Flowers, and then what did Joe Burrow do? They run a crossing pattern we call pylons, where Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are literally going to run their defenders into each other to try to create separation, and Joe Burrow delivers a dime or a touchdown. Next, they force a fumble and recover it on Tom Brady. What does Joe Burrow end up doing? He shows that he can throw with anticipation in tight man coverage and deliver some of the best passes you've seen all year right there to Tyler Boyd. Then Brady and Leonard Fournette, they fumble the exchange. The Bengals get it back. And look, Lou Anarumo's excited because he knows Joe Burrow is going to make it happen. They run a stick spacing concept that Jamar Chase turns into a spot route. And when you give Chase on the case an opportunity, he's going to score touchdowns. They did this all day. They turned a 17-3 halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead. That's a very dangerous football team.
How would you like to be in the AFC in the next 10 years, trying to play against Burrow, Holmes, and Allen? Good luck.
No doubt, all 3. I mean, we didn't talk about Josh Allen touchdown this weekend. He's also throwing his name. He's throwing his name in the ring too for MVP.
Amazing. All right, well, Susie, this is our quarterback moment. We'll hand it back to you now.
All right, guys, and because of that injury to Hurts, the MVP race could be wide open. Now, going into the last 3 weeks of the season, Hurts did have the best odds to win it. If he pulls it out, he'd become the first Eagles player to win the MVP since Norm Van Brocklin in 1960. Amazing. Week 15 continues. What could be more improbable than Baker Mayfield here with the Rams, his 3rd team of 2022, off a miraculous last-minute win? Alex sat down Baker to discuss his crazy journey. You're going to hear that next. And as the defending Super Bowl champs try to salvage a tough season, all pros like Bobby Wagner hope that beating a 4-time MVP could make things feel just a little bit better.
Aaron Rodgers is a Houdini.
Beautiful ball by Aaron Rodgers.
The hardest part about defending Aaron is you never know what you're going to get.
Have a day, Aaron Rodgers.
The biggest thing is you have to believe that everybody's open because he sees it.
Aaron Rodgers delivers the dash.
That was you, man. That was all you.
It's like chess, they're watching you just like you're watching them.
Nobody compares some of the throws he makes and the angles. He's special.
Rodgers looks to the air. Rainbow's right side.
Very talented player. It's always fun going against him.
Time to put a draft